Thanks a bunch for watching this video about 2022, but it's actually about 2023. Before we start, I want to plug the Patreon. $2 a month gets you into Discord. $5 a month gets you early access. If we make it to $400 a month, I'll rank every year in number 4. Let's give a shout out to our new $5 patron, Bobbert. Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to get a shout out in the next video, click the link below and pledge to the Patreon. And now, here's good stuff. Alright, it's best list time. And we're gonna get one thing out of the way right now. Drake is not going on the list. And before anyone asks, no, I didn't listen to the album either. Why would I? It's just another Drake album. He's been making the same boring slop over and over for like 3 centuries now. Oh, and I want to point out something too. That cover art, way more cursed than the Certified Lover Boy one last year. The album is called Her Loss, more like Their L. Speaking of L's, yes, I have listened to that song. Yeah, the one that references Megan Thee Stallion getting shot in a way that defends Tory Lanez, and also samples One More Time, and did a shitty fucking job doing it.
One more time. Hit my line, you know the hair was great.
And he fucking sings One More Time in his dumb Drake voice. All I'm gonna say is Drake is lucky his album bomb didn't happen the previous week, because this would have been number 1 on my worst list by a mile and a half. Why the hell does 21 Savage continue to work with him? He deserves better than this. And so do we. So let's close the book on 2022 and enter 2023 in Billboard years. We're taking a look at
Racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding. I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far and start walking. Wait in the truck, just wait in the truck.
All year long, I've been hearing about how 2022 is the strongest year for country in a long time. Granted, if you zoom out on the entire year as a whole, it does mostly look that way because the rest of 2022 was just that much of a dead zone. But even by that standard, there are still quite a few gems to be found.
Got a head full of noise.
This guy's name is Jackson Dean. I love him already. You just don't have country names like that anymore. It's all Sam Hunt, Russell Dickerson, Dylan Scott. Those names are just nothing. Now Jackson Dean, that's a name. And it helps that this song is good too. This song is about getting the fuck out of here and just going. Like away. Far away. Where away? Who knows where away? And I like stuff like this. You don't know where the road is going to take you, but that's what makes it so interesting. Granted, he's probably leaving someone or something behind in the process.
Blue skies ahead and BS behind.
Like a spouse or parents or pets, but it doesn't matter because this lives in the moment. There is one part that I wouldn't have included, though.
If you're gonna get down tonight.
I mean, first off, this can be taken as abduction, but also, maybe this is just me. But honestly, I would rather travel alone.
Can't say a word and I can't say a word and if
Because if I'm doing this and it's just me and my thoughts, that's how I want to go about it.
if you're looking for a real good time, come on.
But if someone's willing to come along, I guess it wouldn't hurt. Just respect this one rule. Driver picks the music, shotgun shuts their cake hole. Don't drink and drive, kids.
I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far and start walking.
Girl, I'm about to have a panic attack. I did the work.
You know, I just thought of something. Lizzo might be this generation's Donna Summer. Like, let's go back to About Damn Time.
It's about damn time. Turn up the music.
That flute-driven first single sounds a lot like something Donna Summer would make in the 70s. And this next single,
To say I like it, girl, is this my boo?
well, it does sound like 80s Donna Summer. In fact, there's a certain song this reminds me of.
Am I ready? What you talking about?
So hard for it, honey. Da-da-da-da. Something for the money. Come on, give me lots of honey. Well, anyway, this bops.
How am I supposed to love somebody else when I don't like myself?
Lizzo's main thing is that she loves herself. And that's something we all need more of. For this one, it's about the struggle of loving yourself. Because we all know you gotta love yourself before you love others, but sometimes it's just so hard.
I'm in my bed, I'm way too fine to be here alone.
Like, you're not sure you're ready for a relationship, like, you're just trying to figure out your true worth. And meanwhile, you got DaBaby flirting with you in your Instagram comments. And you're just like, what do I even do with this?
Let me know. Am I ready?
Yeah, that's the struggle of loving yourself before you love others, and not doing so just leads to disaster. So you gotta ask yourself, am I ready to be loved? No, I am not, and I'm okay with that.
I'm ready.
I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far and start walking.
Meet me at midnight.
So, about that Taylor Swift album. I wasn't really much into it at first, but on subsequent listens, the tone of it kinda grew on me. As someone who is very much a night owl, something about a concept album full of stuff written at 3 a.m. does kinda hit for me. Although it's kinda disappointing that she went back to the old Taylor after doing so well with Folk Taylor. Well, I'm not gonna call it a bad album. That lead-off song was pretty cool. And the big single was also pretty cool.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Taylor Swift has been around for years, and she will never have a line as Taylor Swift as that one.
I have this thing where I get older, but just never wiser.
Now, I probably could have put any others on the list. Karma was pretty good. You're on Your Own Kid was kind of close. Bejeweled was alright for a song with such a stupid name.
It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
But I went with the one that defined her the most. Taylor Swift is, in many ways, the anti-hero of music.
Did you hear my covert narcissism?
You want her to succeed, but when she does, she's at her worst. Like, you know that saying, if you keep running into assholes, then you're the asshole? This song is Taylor realizing that about herself.
I'm the problem, it's me. It's he. Time.
For most people, it's difficult to own up to their mistakes, take the blame, and the eventual consequences. For a goddess like Taylor Swift, who constantly declared that she could do no wrong, it may have been impossible.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me.
So when she does it, that hits really hard. It's her apology for all the bullshit that she put you, the public, through over the years. Now that doesn't mean I have to accept her apology, but I will at least acknowledge it as sincere. Thank you for showing remorse, Taylor Swift.
Exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far and start walking.
People ask me when I'm gonna do another grab bag, as if I didn't just get done with one months ago. The answer is summer. It's always summer. It's always gonna be summer. That's my thing now. I'm doing this. But let's go and revisit last summer's grab bag. One thing I did, just for some fun, is ask my Discord members to rank all the songs I found that had no votes.
I've been losing sleep and I've been thinking about why.
There were 25 of them, and one of them was a song called Useless, Har Har, by someone named Omar Apollo. It's kinda nice sounding. I liked it fine. I assume the reason it got no votes is 'cause, well, you all just didn't know him. Well, you're about to. And so am I.
Evergreen, he controls me.
Omar Apollo is a singer-songwriter born to Mexican immigrants. He started out in 2017 when he got tired of working at Jimmy John's, and here in 2022 he made his first appearance on Billboard with Evergreen. How did this happen? Well, it's the 2020s, so the answer is TikTok.
Doesn't even have to try.
Yeah, like everything else, it went viral on that stupid clock app. I'm actually close to accepting the fact that TikTok is now our MTV. As long as it keeps pumping out talent like this, I'll forgive all the stupid shit that it spews out.
She don't know you like me.
Evergreen is about the love he feels for his ex-boyfriend who left him for a woman. You know, it's always good to have some queer representation in songs.
I've cried so much.
The way he emotes is so very real and heartbreaking too. Like, this guy can get really soulful. Oh, and if you're wondering what's the part everyone does on TikTok?
You know you really made me hate myself. Had to stop before I break myself. Should've broke it off to thank myself. You didn't deserve me at all.
It's the best part of the song. Damn it, TikTok. Why do you keep getting it right sometimes?
You know you really made me hate myself.
It's here where he just lets it all out. All the negative energy and hurt he's been getting, and lets out a big...
So you didn't deserve me at all. At all.
Yeah, I can definitely see why this is so copied.
Please don't come home to me.
Between this and Useless, I think I might actually like Omar Apollo. And while he may not be on the main chart anymore, he could be a name to watch in our 2023. And when he does get big, just remember, you heard it first here in our grab bag. You just didn't vote for it.
I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far. We'll start walking.
Swear I couldn't sleep awake last night.
Oh, would you look at that? Filthy Frank is on the best list. Again.
Almost like we left it all already.
This is Joji with his 2022 hit Die For You. Not to be confused with The Weeknd's 2016 hit masquerading as a 2022 hit, Die For You, which, while good, is not something we need to make into a thing. But back to this one, I'm seeing a lot of mixed responses. I kinda like this one a little better than Glimpse of Us.
'Cause I die for you.
For one, this has a beat to it. I like stuff that has a beat to it. Of course I would. I grew up playing the drums. Bet you didn't know that.
I hope you're getting everything you needed.
Well, this is another song about the breakup, but this one goes further past the breakup than the last one does. This is when the relationship was way in the rearview mirror. You have let go, they have let go.
You're happy without me.
They're happy without you, and you're happy, even though part of you isn't. Because there's always the past.
Burning photos. Had to learn to let go.
All the good memories with a lot of the bad thrown in. Part of you wants that back, but another part of you knows that's a lie. Turns out, even years after the fact, breaking up is hard to do. But as much as you want to try again, you know you shouldn't. Because a wise man once said, this is not okay. This needs to stop now. This is cancer. I still can't believe I'm getting all of this from Filthy Frank. I'm never gonna stop calling him that, am I? Hey, you want to watch some stupid commercials? Yeah, me too. Let's do it.
I'm Lane Borchers, and this is our store. We're always buying and selling, selling and buying. We are Eugene Liquidators.
If you've got something to sell, bring it in today and we'll take a look at it. If we like what we see, you can make some extra spending money. While you're here, check out our outstanding customer service. Quality new and used furniture and mattresses, all at affordable prices. We can even come to your location, so give us a call today. Eugene Liquidators. You could pay more, but why?
Even as a boy, Craig Walker's favorite thing
Here comes the sun!
was waking people up. Later, he had the perfect job until a lip injury. Finally, Craig got a whole city to wake up.
Here comes the sun.
And at last, he's appreciated.
Here comes the sun.
So for songs you want to sing, news, and Skyview traffic, listen. Craig Walker and 62 KGW Radio.
Hey, you want to see some more lists? All right, let's get it.
I'm ready to the stars, ready to go far, we'll start walking.
So, you know all that stuff I said about album bombs? Yeah, there was even less on that week's chart, so I had to do a lot of digging in the Global 200. Now, I've been doing this experiment for 2 years, and what I found is that chart is mostly a mess of old songs, really old songs, reggaeton songs that sound the same, K-pop songs that sound the same, and Believer by Imagine Dragons. It is no easy task to go through all of that, so it's all the more rewarding when I run into stuff like this. Low-key vibe. You said it best. Alright, so this is Beach Weather, not to be confused with hometown indie darlings Beach House. No, this is a group from Massachusetts fronted by Nick Santino, who used to be the frontman of A Rocket to the Moon, but then decided to go solo and then formed another group called Beach Weather. Legal disclaimer, I do not know as much about hipster indie stuff as I think I do.
Bulletproof passengers on the road to sex, drugs, etc.
This is about your friends living the celebrity party lifestyle and you're not. But you don't care, because you know they're gonna burn themselves out eventually. While you just keep going on and then one day one of your old songs starts suddenly charting on Global.
Half love, half regret, dressing up for Polaroids and cigarettes.
Yeah, this is actually from 2016, which makes it yet another song from that year suddenly becoming popular this year thanks to Stupid Clock app. So popular that they actually decided to make a video for it this year. And here is where I finally accept that TikTok is now our MTV. TikTok, I may not get you, but I recognize that you have a lot of power. Please do your best to use that power for good most of the time. That's all I'm asking.
I'm ready to the stars, ready to go far, we'll start walking.
I was gonna have this at number 4 just because of the numeral 4 in the guy's name. And then I remembered this is my channel and I can do what I want to, so why don't I just do that? Alright, so this is a guy with a name I can't really pronounce. What is it? Forvid? No, it's pronounced David. Man, we really are running out of names when we're doing stupid shit like this.
Hey, little mama, yeah, you heard about me. I'ma pop you like a pea, yeah, at a mommy.
But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I remember facepalming at BB No Dollar Sign for his stupid name, and he turned out to be actually pretty cool. So I've learned to look past the fucked up name. To the beauty of this slightly fucked up song. Well, it's a breakup song. That's starting to become a running theme on this list. Right away, it sounds a lot like something XXXTentacion would have made. I'd probably call this XXXTentacion, but good.
In the back of my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry.
Especially in the imagery and the lyrics. In the back of my mind, I killed you. Quite an extreme way of getting over someone. But he just sells it.
In the back of my mind, I killed you.
And there's no sadness or remorse shown after this theoretical killing. That sounds like it should be worthless material, but the atmosphere around the song is perfectly dark. Makes it sound like a villain song. The kind we used to get in Disney movies, just, not for kids.
I can't believe I said it.
Not bad for something made by a guy who got his start making Fortnite videos, while making his own music to use them in to get around copyright claims. Well shit, now he just earned my respect. It takes talent to fuck with the copyright gods and get a music career out of it.
I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far and start walking.
She's the baddest of them all.
This has been a really good week for the global charts. Or should I say a really bad week, in the spirit of bad meaning good like it does in this song.
The baddest of them all.
Yeah, baddest of them all, but that means she's awesome. It's like we're back in that awkward in between the 80s and 90s period when bad meant good. Like, of course, there was Bad, the lead single off of Michael Jackson's album called Bad. And of course, there was Bad Dudes. And I know what we're all thinking. Is she a bad enough dude to rescue the president?
She's the baddest of them all.
Okay, I probably should say dudette, but that's far too many syllables. The answer is yes, duh. She is the baddest of them all. Of course we can count on her to rescue a president kidnapped by ninjas. Okay, stupid jokes aside, this song rules. It may be number 3, but honestly, if I were to rank this list by songs I listen to the most, this would be at the very top. You all know me, I'll eat up anything that sounds enough like 90s Eurodance bangers. And this is a nice throwback to that stuff. But more importantly, I'd call this a palate cleanser. Because listening to this allows me to release my mind, which is important when I'm doing tasks. So in a good way, it's bad and mindless. Hey, everybody needs at least some mindless stuff.
I'm headed to the stars, ready to go far and start walking.
Oh, here we go again. Another best list, another K-pop girl group I got from the global charts. Maybe I really do get this genre after all. Alright, so this is IVE. I don't know them, I don't know their names, I can't exactly tell them apart from all the others. People say shit like that like it's a bad thing, but I'm not. Because while this may be a flashy girl group, the real star of the show is the disco track they're singing over. Simply put, it bops. It sounds like I'm back in the 90s being back in the 70s. It even interpolates an old 90s classic. That, of course, would be...
Unbreak my heart.
You know, I've always been mid on Unbreak My Heart, but I always did think it would sound a lot better under a disco beat. And speaking of disco... I know you all know what this is. You know, I gotta give respect where it's due. Any 2-bit can make a mashup, but it takes talent to, like, really make a mashup. And another thing I gotta give respect to is the lyrics. Granted, I can't understand most of them because language, but the one line I do understand is, well, it's something. Okay, so it's more than like. What comes after like? You're probably saying love. That's incorrect. The answer is like. See, there's levels of like to climb before you get to love. There's I like you, then I like you, then I really like you. So when they say it's more than like, it means like you. I go into greater detail in this 6,000 word essay that I wrote last month. The difference between like and love, or why Arnold belongs with Helga and not Lila, which I will read to you right now. So, you got all that? No? Screw it, I tried. Let's just get to the close calls already. Some of you were worried that I'd have this on the worst list. Relax, I don't hate this. I'm not really sure I like it either, though. If anything, I respect it. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, but in a year as nothing as this, it's nice to see some ambition. And also nice to see some respect for Kim Petras. She is way overdue for some crossover success, and she's defending Dr. Luke. God damn it. The true and honest version of that song. And yeah, it may sound a bit muddy and muted, but honestly I prefer it this way. Adds a nice dark tone to it that really makes it stand out for me. I don't know if this is considered heresy, but Cuff It is a kinda watered down version of About Damn Time. Still a bop all the same though, and Beyonce is still as much a queen as ever. Fujikaze is really good and I like him, and yeah, I say I'd probably stan him. Go stream Love All Serve All, that album's awesome. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Okay, this doesn't actually rock, but I forgive the false advertising because this is a real banger. I also really like how Halloween it sounds. Pop music and Pokemon have weirdly gone together pretty well in recent years. Maybe someday I'll do an actual dive into that movie soundtrack with all those TRL stars on it. Rest in peace, Aaron Carter, by the way. I like that donking Sega Genesis sounding bass. Oh, also I get VTubers now. I mean, I don't get them, but I do get them. This would have been my number one had it charted. Carly Rae Jepsen is low-key amazing at what she does. And Rufus Wainwright, he's still just so dreamy. He's such a dreamboat. I'm so glad he's still around. The world needs the dreaminess of Rufus Wainwright now more than ever. Half of me wants a cold beer. This was considered for the list, but then I found all those songs on the global chart. It came down to this and Don't Come Lookin'. Someone had to go, and it's a shame because this song is a mood. Yeah, I kinda need to wash my truck. It's about how there's stuff I gotta do, like clean the house, take out the trash, write a script. But sometimes I just don't feel like it. Sometimes I feel like just getting a cold one. Half of me wants a cold beer, yeah, the other half does too. You said it. Half of me wants to appreciate the care that went into making this expensive craft beer, and the other half just wants to get wasted. Drunkenly refreshing. And now to the end of the list. My pick for number one is probably going to surprise some of you. No, I'm not being controversial. I didn't put Kodak Black at number one. God, no. It's more like one of those songs that I don't really see a lot of people talk about. Like, I don't think there's a general consensus on it, or if there is, it's probably mid or decent or somewhere around that. So it doesn't seem like the kind of song that really matters to a lot of you. So if anything, me having it at number 1 is probably going to seem a bit off. Well, you know what? I think it's pretty golden.
It was just two lovers sitting in the car, listening to Blonde.
Alright, so this guy is, oh god, another name I can't really pronounce. What is it? Javuk? Juke? Or is it like Jake, but with the A upside down? Like that band Pavuris, but it's actually pronounced Paris?
How do you say it? Jake.
Oh, it is. Well, anyway, getting back to Jake.
We were just two lovers. Feet up on the dash, driving nowhere fast.
Well, on first impression, he looks like the answer to the question, what if Bazzi was good?
You so fucking precious when you smile.
Oh, I remember this guy. He looked like he was gonna be a thing in 2018. He had that song Mine, which I thought was alright, but something about him always seemed a bit off to me. And then when I heard that next single,
Beautiful, 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 beautiful angel.
slop, dreck, garbage, guy falling asleep at the voice effect button. Now let's listen to Upside Down Jake over here.
With the love of my life, she's got glitter for skin.
A lot better than Bazzi's crooning. It actually sounds more real. But let's get to what really puts this at the top. Wow, this is such... Okay, history lesson time. There used to be this radio format literally called Beautiful Music. It was a format that played mostly stuff like this. People call it elevator music, I call it doctor's office music. A lot of it was only good for boring me to sleep. Now, if you want to hear some real beautiful music, it's this. Like, this is the Sound of Beauty at its maximum level. Why, it makes me feel like a conductor. Now that was beautiful. Golden Hour looks like it might be a sleeper hit into the new year. I don't see it becoming a huge hit, but I kinda hope it does. As we're getting ready to exit the chaos that 2022 has dumped on us, all the garbage it has subjected us to, this is a perfect song to get us into 2023 with a sense of hope and an ambition to shine. Yes, I know it's actually a silly love song, but what's wrong with that?
I don't need no light to see you shine.
Now, I'm not saying 2023 is going to be all sunshine and rainbows from here on out, but we don't really need a light to shine, so let's do our best to make 2023 as golden an hour as we can.